Welcome to Fox TV News, where everything is true.
I saw her take her last breath. An argument between two female students over what was said to be gossip turned fatal on Thursday afternoon, leaving their schoolmates in shock and triggering a call for social workers to give more attention to children and their parents. Kingston Technical High School grade 11 student Mishna Campbell was stabbed during a heated argument on the school compound. The accused was taken into police custody. A classmate of both of the deceased and accused told reporters that when this started, it was a cousin quick spiraled out of control. Everybody was trying to hold the two of them. The girl dragged out the ratchet knife from under her uniform and stabbed her. Somebody was trying to resuscitate her while she was on the ground. I saw her take her last breath, the student related. Another student said that she was at the school to do a diagnostic test to enter sixth form and was traumatized having witnessed the tragedy. Them start cuss over hearsay. Both of them were using expletives. After the test, I heard noise. Mishka said to the other girl, "You can't do me nothing." Mishka's friend told her to walk away and grab her hand, and she flashed out of the grip and went up to the girl's face. The girl flicked out a knife and started to stab her in the neck and head. Mishka was grasping badly for air. Her hands got stiff, and her eyes rolled over while her tongue stung out of her head. The sight of it made me feel bad. I cried even though I didn't know that girl. A pure wickedness agwan. It was heartless. A soldier had to drag her off of Mishka. If he didn't do that, she would still be stabbing the girl on the ground. After the stabbing, she was laughing, as if it was funny, when she just took someone's life, the student stated. A resident of the Rose Garden community, otherwise known as Spoilers, where the school is located, was angry about the incident. She said that many children nowadays are too vicious and display violent behavior at the slightest of provocation. Jesus Christ, I saw her come out with bad man walk, and she a huff and a puff. She did well blood up, said the resident. Tracy Taft Thompson, president of the Jamaica Association of Guidance Counselors in Education, believes that schools, especially those in vital communities, need properly functioning metal detectors. However, that she stressed would be only a part of the solution. Taft Thompson said that the time has come for Jamaica to tackle the root causes of violence and call for more social workers to be dispatched in the community. This untimely death has caused a shock. It goes to show that what is happening in our communities and in the minds of the young people. Our youth are crying out for help and they need social intervention. We can't continue to turn a blind eye to the need of the students, especially the various vital communities, she stressed. I believe they are learning certain behaviors from their communities. They are not picking it up from school. There needs to be serious social intervention in the communities and to see how best we can spread the word of peace and conflict resolution, Thompson stated. I extend condolences to the victim's family. There is nothing I can say to offer to comfort them. I am sure at the moment they are in shock. For the perpetrator, I am sure her family is also in shock. I extend condolences, stated the guidance counselor. 20-year-old charged with murder, wounding, and illegal possession of firearm. A 20-year-old man has been charged with murder of the 26-year-old killing of O'Neill Rodney in Warren River, Westmoreland. Charge is Bastian Braham, otherwise called Tugrat, of Stewbury Whithorn in the parish. Along with the murder charge, Braham also faces charges of illegal possession of firearm and wounding with intent. According to police reports, at about 12:15 a.m., Braham and several armed men gained entry into the home of victim and opened gunfire, hitting two of the occupants. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, Rodney and another were taken to hospital, where Rodney was pronounced dead. Investigators executed an arrest warrant on Braham in a police operation in Dolliston in the parish on Tuesday, September 27. He was subsequently charged. PNP concerned about Jamaican students in Cuba following Hurricane Ian. The People's National Party, PNP, has expressed concern over the welfare of Jamaican students who are currently studying in Cuba following the passage of Hurricane Ian on Tuesday. In a news release, PNP President Mark Golding called on the government to continue to check on the welfare of the students who have been affected by the natural disaster. He further urged the Prime Minister to not withhold any support the students may need. The hurricane struck as Cuba recovers from one of the country's worst periods of financial hardship in its history, with its ailing infrastructure already causing widespread power outages. The latest report indicates that 2 people have lost their lives and several infrastructures and tobacco fields have been damaged, Golding said. and hit West Cuba as a Category 3 hurricane, knocking out electricity to the entire country, leaving millions of people in darkness. As the island goes into its recovery phase, the PNP said that it stands in solidarity with Cuba and prays that the nation will band together in this difficult time and heal from the emotional and economic toll this tragedy had caused. The PNP, while expressing confidence in the will and strength of the Cuban people to build back stronger, also called on the entire Caribbean community to lend a helping hand to Cuba. Scores get free heart disease screening in Mobay in celebration of World Heart Day 2022. Scores of individuals stream into the Heart Smart Center Limited at the GWest Medical Center in Montego Bay, St. James for free heart disease screening to mark World Health Day celebrated on September 29 each year. After registration, the individuals got their weight, height, blood pressure, and blood sugar check at the health facility. They were subsequently sent home if results of the checks proved to be normal, but were directed by Dr. Lewis, cardiologist at Heart Smart Center for further evaluation if any abnormalities are detected. The whole part of screening is to pick up people who may have symptoms or may be at risk, whether through family history or maybe they have something like high blood pressure that have no symptoms, pick them up, and then we put them on the path for having further evaluations, explained Dr. Lewis. She was elated over the overwhelming turnout for the free evaluation offered by Heart Smart Center. The response from our guests have been amazing. They really appreciate the experience. It's a little bit hectic because it's a lot of people who have tried to access the services today, but we have worked out some of the techniques and so far it's pretty good. We are at 75% now in terms of persons who have registered, with all the rain and everything, the cardiologist said. After assessing the service, a 70-year-old Montego Bay woman, Monica Bennick, who was found with abnormalities, she used the free service to verify a similar diagnosis at the health center. It's okay. I am good about getting the opportunity to do it because sometimes you don't have the money to do it. And I'm glad about it. They told me that I have a problem with my heart, so I need to see a specialist. My doctor at the clinic already told me, but I am happy for the second opinion, Bennett stated. NWC to undertake pump replacement renewable energy projects. The National Water Commission (NWC) will be embarking on pump replacement and installation of renewable energy systems projects to generate significant savings for the entity. Addressing the recent commissioning of water supply project in Woodhall, Clarendon, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matty Simoda, said that for water to become more accessible, energy costs must be reduced. We will be putting in a series of significant investments in renewable energy that will target some of our more expensive distribution systems, and we're looking at saving in excess of $1 billion. As such, he noted that capital investment will be geared towards replacing water pumps in dire conditions. Still, he indicated that because pumps in deplorable conditions are costly, their efficiency in energy usage and reliability will be assessed. We will be making a large capital investment in our pumping systems to ensure that the worst ones are changed out first, he said. We will be looking at the worst pumps in terms of efficiency, in energy usable and reliability, because the ones that are broken down, the most cost, the most to operate, he added. In addition, Samoda said that saving from reduced costs will create fiscal space for the government to develop and expand water systems across the island. He is calling on community members to assist in preventing illegal connections to NWC systems as this robs legitimate customers of the commodity. 7 remanded in massive Clarendon drug bust. 7 people charged in connection with a massive drug bust were all remanded when they appeared in the Mapin Parish Court in Clarendon on Thursday, September 29. Gary Rogers, 43, a taxi operator from Round Hill, Mountainside District in St. Elizabeth, was remanded with his co-accused. They are George Richards, 38, a fish vendor from Portland, Immer Sands, 32, a taxi operator from Portland, Marvin Watson, 42, a National Water Commission technician from Scotts Run, Barrington Gale, 45, a fisherman from Sandshore, Sidney Stevens, 42, a fisherman from Old Harbour Bay, St. Catherine, and Carl Kelson, 54, a farmer from St. Thomas. Rogers is charged with possession, dealing, trafficking, and taking steps preparatory to exporting ganja. His co-accused are charged with conspiracy, dealing in and trafficking ganja. The 7 who were charged on Monday are to be taken back to court on October 10, 2022. Allegations before the court are that about 5:30 p.m. on September 21, 2022, police officers assigned to the Clarendon Division intercepted a 3-vehicle convoy at Clarendon Park in the parish. During a search, compressed ganja weighing more than 1,200 pounds was found in all 3 cars traveling in the convoy. Narcotics investigators were summoned to the scene, and on arrival, all 3 cars were seized, and the occupants arrested on reasonable suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drug Act. Following further investigations, the 7 were charged.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell